Hi everyone. Today in this video we are going to see a topic from the paper called Marginal Literature. It has been prescribed for the current third year students, and this topic, theories of discrimination, has been taken from a book called Measuring Racial Discrimination, which has been published by National Research Council. Um, Moving on to the chapter, this is the fourth chapter of this particular book, Measuring Racial Discrimination. So in the previous chapters it has been discussed about the topic racial discrimination. So they have been given the definition of this racial discrimination. It is nothing but you are going to treat a person differently just because they belong to another race. So apart from this particular factor or reason called race, there is none other factors to treat them differently. Next, we are going to see the types of discrimination, I mean racial discrimination. So, the types are intentional discrimination, subtle discrimination, statistical profiling, and organizational culture. So, we're going to see all these types in detail. Intentional discrimination. As we know, the meaning of the word intention. So, you are going to deliberately do something with your knowledge. So I'm going to discriminate a person with my knowledge clearly. Okay, so this intentional discrimination has so many varieties. I mean, it can be expressed in all the following ways, which I have mentioned here: verbal antagonism, avoidance, segregation, physical attacks, and extermination. So, verbal antagonism, as it gives the meaning in the name itself, I'm going to discriminate the person. I'm going to treat the person differently by the usage of my words. I'm going to harm them or I'm going to abuse them with the usage of the words, right? Then, avoidance. As the name suggests, I'm going to avoid the person by not helping them or not replying to them or not adding them in a group. So, these are the ways I'm going to discriminate the person. Next, segregation. So segregation is nothing but, for example, if a work has been given to do, I'm going to sort out the, for example, as we are describing with Grace, I'm going to have the group of only white people and another group of black people. So I'm not going to add them in my group, I'm going to separate them from the white here. So whatever the things are given, it may be a class activity, or it may be what colonies of people living, and I mean residential area, everything will be a separate one for the black and separate one for the white. That is known as segregation. I'm going to separate the people just because of their race. Then physical attack. So if I don't like the people of different race, I'm going to express my feelings by attacking them physically. So as we have seen so many instances in the history, right? Then extermination. It is nothing but I'm going to kill a particular race of people just because they belong to other race and they are not capable of living in my country. If, for example, if I'm going to say I'm staying in US and I am a white people and I'm going to kill all the black people just because as they don't belong here. Okay, then subtle, unconscious, automatic. It is registered in my mind somehow, and I don't know that I am discriminating the others. So it can be classified as I'm the in group, I'm the resident, and I'm the white people. And out group can be, for example, it can be said as black, so they have come to my country and they are residing here, right? So the differences are not um thing thought as a casual one. They are often exaggerated, that you should not be here, you should not mingle with us, you should not work here, you should not live here. So it creates a hostile environment for the people who are classified as out group. Okay, so it is definitely harmful, but it will not be an clear one, clearly expressed one, and I automatically discriminate, and even I myself don't know that I am doing this one. Statistical profiling. Okay, for example, if a person is applying for a job, okay, he is coming from a black race, consider for an example. So I may think that as being a white people myself, what I'm going to think is that black people have the most high accuracy of committing the criminal cases or criminal allegations. So I should not hire a person from the race of black. So as I have this particular assumption over the race, it is going to affect the particular individual. So he may not be a criminal or he may not have any criminal records, but just because of this assumption his life is ruined. He is being judged by his group or race. Organizational culture, so it is also known as structural discrimination, and organizations have many biases. One such bias is this racial discrimination. Okay, so for example, if a post is being declared for CEO, so so many candidates are standing, white people and black people, so we are going to vote definitely for the white if I am being a white. Okay, so here I am not going to judge the people just because of their talents. I am going to judge by their race. Okay, likewise so many things are there, increment in their salaries, whatever the things we are going to have. So these things, these such setups in the organizations cannot be easily reconstructed, cannot be normalized that black can also receive the CEO post, black can also receive the increments as the white people. It cannot be easily reconstructed in a working environment. So this is known as organizational culture. And what is going to end up, I'm going to doing all, I'm if as an white person I'm going to do all this discrimination, means what is the disadvantage gained by the or attained by the black people is that through generations they are undergoing this discrimination, and an individual's life will be in high risk across different domains. For example, if a black person's uh, medical facility is being neglected as he is a black person, he will not be an healthy one, so it will reflect in his studies, so he will not gain good education or he will not get good rights, so which is going to definitely reflect in his career. So on the whole his life is going to be a question mark. So this is the cumulative disadvantage which will be caused to a person who is being highly discriminated just because of their race. Okay, thank you.